Abraham Lincoln once said, "Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, and I will spend the first 4 sharpening the axe." Okay, Abraham, but I'm a mom, and I barely have time to get on Amazon and buy an axe, so time. How do you manage it? Well, there's no one who has less free time than a mom. Studies show that American mothers, on average, have about 36 minutes a day to themselves. 36 minutes a day to ourselves? That's not even enough time to get through an episode of The Resident. So the question is, how can you manage your so limited time as a mom? Well, I have 10 ways for you. And if you are a coffee drinker, then don't go anywhere, because I have a fascinating piece of information that is going to revolutionize the way you drink coffee. Okay, so let's start learning how to manage our time as mothers. You need to shorten your to-do list. What makes us more crazy than anything else in the world? Okay, yes, our children, our husbands, let's state the obvious. But there's something that makes us even crazier. Our brains. They never stop. We can't get them to settle down when we're trying to get to sleep at night or just getting through a rare episode of our favorite show. Please stop. Just stop. So before we even get into making our to-do list, we need to settle our brains. Every morning you should have 2 pieces of paper. One is going to be your brain dump, and the other is going to be your to-do list. On your brain dump paper, I want you to write down everything on your mind that you're stressed out about. From the mountain of dishes that you need to get done today, all the way to the unfinished paint job on your back porch. Just write it all down, get it out of your brain and onto paper, and then once it's all on paper, look through your list, and I want you to pick 3. Yes. 3 things that you're gonna get done today. Long to-do lists set us up for failure and frustration. I mean, you know more than anyone that you're not gonna get 15 things done today. By having only 3 things on your list, you're not gonna get overwhelmed. And when you complete those 3 things, you can look back and say, yeah, I got those 3 things done today. I am so stinking awesome. Imagine if you started and finished 3 tasks every day. You would have completed 21 tasks by the end of the week, and that would be a victory. So shorten those to-do lists. If it's too long, you're doing it wrong. Moving on to the next way to manage your time is to prioritize sleep. This is more important than you think. A few months ago, I was feeling frustrated because I felt like I didn't have enough time to keep up with everything that I needed to get done. So I thought, maybe if I just woke up an hour earlier, then I would have an extra hour to get things done. Well, it backfired. I tried it for 3 days, and with each day that passed, I would get even more tired to the point where I was less productive. Suddenly, I was far too tired to even get to the basic tasks of my day. Moral of the story? Always prioritize sleep. Energy is more important than time, because time will do you no good if you don't have the energy to use it. One of my favorite ways to manage time is with a timer. These are so effective. Timers punch procrastination in the face. Like this video if you want to punch somebody in the face. Punch procrastination. Cut. If you have a task to get done that you're dreading, it may be intimidating to start, but if you have a timer, then you can say, I'm only gonna devote 10 minutes to this today. Anyone can spare 10 minutes, even moms. We got 36 of them, remember? You can even go as low as 2 minutes. I'm just gonna spend 2 minutes going through the mail on my counter. You may find that once you get started, you don't want to stop. Getting started is truly the biggest obstacle. After that, you're building momentum. Timers also encourage you to avoid distractions. I got a text message. Well, hey, I got about 5 minutes left on this timer and no time to waste. So Aunt Pearl, you can wait. And if you buy a countdown timer like I have, it's also good to use for your toddlers because they can visually see how much time they have left. And this just helps to avoid issues like tantrums. I often use this when my son watches TV. The next way you can better manage your time as a mom is have a family cleaning day. Get everyone involved. Why are you putting all that workload just on your shoulders, Mom? You're not the only one living in that house. So pick a day once a week, make a list of everything that needs to get done, assign jobs, and make it fun. Oh, a cat and a bunny. Oh, the things they think of. Oh, sorry. This is so distracting. It blinks constantly. How am I expected to get anything done? Oh, somebody sent me a TikTok. If we want to be more productive, we need to do something about this. The first thing you can do is silence all your notifications because this thing will literally bling because Headspace is trying to get me to meditate again. Look, I did it once, Probably never gonna do it again, okay? Leave me alone. And if you really need to get a task done, then try putting your phone upstairs or the opposite side of the house. Either way, you need to remove the distraction or you're never going to be able to use your time efficiently. I've been drinking coffee all day, but I still feel like I could pass out any second from exhaustion. Do you love coffee? Do you love feeling energized? Do you ever wonder why coffee doesn't seem to energize you like you want? Well, I discovered something fascinating about coffee, and I'm excited to share it with my fellow coffee drinkarian. The way you've been drinking coffee may actually be threatening your productivity rather than increasing your energy. In the book titled Make Time, authors Jake Knapp and John Zaretsky write, "We don't feel tired just because of our body's biological clock. A buildup of adenosine molecules in the body tell the brain to slow down and feel sleepy or groggy. Caffeine actually doesn't give you an energy boost, but rather it prevents your energy from dipping from the adenosine-induced sleepiness." So because a lot of people begin to feel tired after lunch, the authors recommend that you have your second cup of coffee 30 minutes before the time that you would normally begin to crash. The tricky thing about caffeine is that if you wait to drink it until you get tired, it's too late. So drink your coffee before you get tired, and then it'll make you feel energized. Ever since I've heard this, I've been intentional about drinking my coffee before my typical crash time, and it really works. It gives me that boost of energy in the afternoon that I definitely need. If you're still with me, then I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel, where I make videos for moms who need some laughter in their life and some good researched information to get us through those robust young toddler years. This next tip isn't going to help you now, but it's going to help you in the future one day when you have something to get done and you just need your toddler to be distracted. Rotate your kids' toys. Put half of their toys in the basement or the spare bedroom as long as it's hidden from them where they're not going to find it. And then when you really need to get something done, you can go bring out one of those toys. If the toys have been hidden long enough, maybe 2 months, then your kids will react to them like they're brand new. And then hopefully it'll keep their attention for a little bit so you can get some work done. Now this is obviously something you can only do once in a while, but you'll be thanking yourself when the time comes. Is this what you hear whenever you're trying to get anything done?
Mama! Mama! Mama!
What?
Well, then the next piece of advice would be to teach your kids to entertain themselves. We can't entertain them all day. We have meals to cook, a house to clean, schedules to keep. So teaching this skill is almost essential to our sanity. But how can you start teaching them how to do this? Well, first of all, make sure that you spend a good chunk of time with them before you leave them to play on their own, because they need that one-on-one time with you. Next, get them involved in something. This is going to increase your chances that they're going to stay with the activity for a longer period of time. Start to put together some train tracks or begin to build something with Legos that excites them. Once you've got them engaged in their play, leave them to their own devices and try not to comment on what they're doing or interrupt them at all. During this time, I try to keep out of my son's line of sight, but I'm close enough where I can hear him and I can peek around the corner if I need to see him, but I don't let him see me because the second he sees me, it's over. He's gonna want me to come play with him. Since they aren't used to playing by themselves, they may not be able to do this for very long at first. It would be a good idea to set a timer and just let them know that mom needs to go clean and cook whatever, but when that timer goes off, then you two can play together. The more you practice this with them, the more they will learn how to use their imagination to entertain themselves. So I know this is said in every time management video or blog you will read, but I can't ignore it. It's just too important. You have got to learn how to say no. Every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. When I said yes to volunteering at a camp for a week, I said no to time spent with my family. When I said yes to taking on the project of gel staining my cabinets, I said no to a clean house for 2 weeks. We only have 24 hours in a day and we can't do it all. We have to make sure that we are prioritizing what needs to be done and saying no to the things that we really don't have time for otherwise. Okay, moms, this is crucial. You need to have fun.
Don't forget to have fun.
If you don't make time for yourself, then you will eventually experience burnout, and then you really won't get anything done. Stress can take a toll on your productivity and your health. So you need to take care of yourself and have some fun. I try to make sure that I spend time doing things that I love at least twice a month. Whether it be spending time with friends or even getting a babysitter so that I could spend the day watching Netflix while eating pizza and a banana split, because that is self-care right there. So now you have 10 different ways you can use to manage your time. But if you would also like to learn how to manage your money, then check out this video where I tell you how we saved $15,000 in just 1 year of saving. And I will see you in a minute. You know you want to. Yep.